Welcome to February 2026's energy report. Now, February is an interesting month. When I tune into the energy of it, the image that I'm getting initially as which is makes so much sense because we are moving out of the year of the snake and into the year of the fire horse. And the image that I'm getting is a horse in a stable with a snake coiled up in the rooftops, up in the banisters of this stable. And they both can see each other, they're both perceiving each other, but there needs to be this element of stillness. Both are not necessarily on edge, but they're hyper aware of each other's presence. And either or, it could go either way basically when it comes to their safety. So it feels like we've been in this space of January where we're aware that this snake is kind of looming over us, and we've had to almost be in this place of pause, this place of stillness, but be aware and observing of what that actually means. So, we're still shedding those layers of the things that we needed to let go of, especially the things and the themes that came up for us last year in 2025. So as we move, we're in a full moon at the very start of this year right now, at the very start of February right now, which is again going to continue to let go and shed those other extra layers that we still need to let go of before we move into, fully stepping into that fire horse. So the way that I see it is like almost like January so far this year has been this kind of we've been in the stables. Things may have seemed a little bit quiet. We're still navigating and being aware of this snake that is kind of there, that fear or those things that we need to let go of. We're still aware of the perceived loomingness of whatever that looks like for you, whether that's fear, whether that's danger, whether that is these old roles or identities or beliefs that are still there. You're still very conscious of them. And as we move through the month of February, I see the door opening to the stables. And I see instead of the horse racing out, I see the horse starting to take strides out, and it's building momentum. February is a month that is really going to start building momentum. If you felt like your January has been a little bit quiet or a little bit slow in some respects, February is going to start moving that. We have the eclipses coming up in the middle of this month too, and that's again really going to shake up. For some of us, it's going to create more momentum in our lives, but for others, it's really going to highlight some potential challenges that we need to manifest and work through. Now, what we're being asked to do in this month of February is pure embodiment. All the things that you've been working on, all the ways of mastery, the tools, the new shifts, the new skills, the new version and identity of yourself that you have been working on for the last few years, but specifically the last 2 years, is really going to come into fruition in February. So what you build or what you cultivate or the projects that you start to work on or manifest through are really going to be very important as we go through the rest of the year. And as we go into this next 9 year cycle, to be honest, and you're really being asked to embody those skills, the intuition, living your life through an intuitive lens, trusting the psychic information and hits that you get, developing and um, almost consecrating your relationship with spirit even deeper, because again, we're in a 2 month in terms of numerology, and that is about partnerships. So again, there could be things shifting in your area of partnerships. That could be on the physical realm, but also your partnership with your soul, with yourself, with your intuition, because we're being asked as we move into this year that we need to start living from this place of making aligned decisions, making intuitive decisions, following a life that is aligned for us and nobody else. And this is where it's like, again, I do see it coming up in some areas, potential conflict in some areas of our partnership, because you are letting go of the having to please everyone else, having to conform necessarily to someone else's worldview or someone else's view of what your life should be like or what you're supposed to be doing. And you're being asked to step out of your comfort zone because you are here for a very specific soul role. Your soul chose to awaken your gifts at this time, awaken your intuition, awaken your connection to spirit, your connection to soul, awaken your own psychic and intuitive gifts, because you are meant to work with them. You're meant to follow them in your life to carve out the life and the role that you chose before you incarnated. Because you've been working on these gifts, you've been working on almost like a completion of the thing that you're here to do and how you're here to serve and how you're meant to live your life for many, many lifetimes. And it's almost like we're at this precipice where this fire horse that wants to come out the gate is ready to burn it all fucking down. So you might be feeling that like that. You might be at this stage of change that you're like ready to move forward with something. And the key to that, honestly, is to trust your intuition, is to continue to develop your channeling abilities, to continue to develop your psychic abilities. So you cannot be waylaid with the decisions, the things that you're meant to say yes to, the things that you're meant to say no to in this month, because they are really going to help carve out again the momentum and the footing for the rest of the year. So that's what I really see with the energy of February, and I'm just asking for your guides and angels to come in and give me a message around what you really need to know right now. Like, what is the next step for you? What is truly meant for you? What is the next step that you can take? Okay. So they are saying that albeit this month is can create some beautiful partnerships and deeper levels of commitment with the people in your life, the relationships in your life, or the relationship to spirit, you also may need periods of isolation. Because again, we're going through, there's a lot of transits in this month, right? With the eclipse, with the full moon, and you might just need some time to almost isolate yourself because your energy field in your body is almost trying to catch up. It's like recalibrating with your nervous system. And this is what they're saying. They're like, you have done a lot of work on your nervous system. You've done a lot of work on your energy. You've done a lot of work on healing yourself to this point, and you're really being asked to like put your money where your mouth is, right? It's like, okay, you've been doing the inner work, but are you really truly now making a conscious choice to live life according to your soul, to trust the information that you're receiving psychically without the distortions, without the noise, without everyone else's opinion, to live a life and make decisions that are right for you. And that might not be what the rest of society thinks is okay or normal or going to be prosperous for you. But this is where you need to anchor yourself deeper into your own intuitive gifts and your own intuitive trust and knowing, and start to open that channel with your guides to receive deep detailed information about your path, about the decisions that you're meant to make, about the challenges that you're facing and how to overcome them, the lessons that you are learning. The more that you are fully connected with your intuition, that you're connected to your own channel, the more that you will receive the guidance, the wisdom, and the answers that are going to help you to navigate your life according to your soul's plan. Because remember, you came in here with a soul plan. And the compass to that map, the compass to that plan are your intuitive gifts. They're your energy gifts, they're your psychic gifts. That is how we navigate this world that we live in, which is made of energy. That's how we do it. We learn to read energy, we learn to read timelines, we learn to trust what is in alignment with our true soul's plan, our true soul's purpose, and we learn to clear the distortions that are impacting our ability to either make those decisions or take that action, or anything that is just blocking us from our past or from our environment fully. And this is really again why the word embodiment just keeps dropping in. It's like, be okay to take the time to fully be in embodiment with your soul plan, and with your intuition, because it will never guide you in the wrong direction. You just have to learn to trust it. You have to learn to clear the distortion out of your frequency, and this is where you can start to live a life that is aligned to your soul. A life that is going to give you true purpose, true fulfillment, true meaning, and prosperity, because that's what we're here for. We are here to live an abundant life that is according to our soul's plan. We are here to use our gifts, not to just be of service to ourselves, our relationships, our life, our career, our moves, our money, all the things on the physical, but we are also here to be of service to the wider planet, the wider humanity, and the soul contracts that we already have with the people, the animals, the land that we came into this incarnation with. So February is really like, I'm seeing like a stepping stone. Again, just think about the analogy of the horse coming out of the stable. It was in this kind of waiting period with the snake looming, going, okay, what is the snake going to do? The snake's like, what is this horse going to do? And now the door is opened of the stable. The horse can It's almost like the horse can see a whole landscape and a whole level of new freedom. And this is really the month that you get to decide what you want to do with that freedom. Where do you want to go? Because you get to go wherever you want to go. And the fire horse is the power and the momentum that will drive you in whatever direction you choose to go. So that is your February energy update. I just want to say, trust yourself this month. Don't let old beliefs or old distortions stop you from taking the action that you know you need to take into this next phase of your own spiritual evolution. Sending you so much love.